Okay, so today I'm gonna go on a rant today, and I kind of want to rant about counselors, college counselors. Okay, I don't know if you guys know who college counselors are. Counselors, whatever. What they are they are people that are supposed to help give you advice on what to do with your classes. What classes to take, what to, they're just supposed to help you, right? And here's the thing, college counselors are terrible. They suck at their jobs. Like, genuinely, like, I haven't had a single good counselor. I've had three different counselors at this point. Actually, not even three. I've had four because when I was doing college, my first semester, I had a specific counselor because I was in STEM. I was doing engineering at first. Didn't like it. I switched over to an arts degree. I started doing com- like I started doing an Associates of Arts degree in computer science and, eventually be a Bachelor of Arts in computer science, but, I never did it because it sucked. I switched back to engineering, but, yeah, before I got my main counselor for that, I was given to a temporary one, and she was terrible too. I think so far my first counselor has been the best one, because at least she helped me with how to set up, the just pretty much get to the start of my engineering classes. She knew what she was talking about. But when it comes to my temporary counselor, before I got the main one, my arts degree, she did not know what she was doing. She did not care at all. She was a terrible counselor, and I remember, like, we would have conversations, and she had no idea what I would be even talking about, and she would make things confusing, and I was like, okay, whatever. It's really dumb, but then I got my actual counselor, and then she was okay, but wasn't all that great, in my opinion, She was just meh, and, like, she wasn't really good at trying to help me out with my classes and all that because, like, I mean, I was thinking about switching degrees and all that, and, well, the thing is, like, when I asked about other degrees, she's like, listen, I can't help you with that because obviously it makes sense, it's not her department, but she's like, yeah, you gotta, like, reach out to another counselor and all that, and you gotta do all this other stuff, and I'm like, damn, that sucks, because now I have to go reach out to someone else and then probably never talk to this counselor again. It's just a really big pain in the ass, and it's just most of the time it feels like they don't even know what they're talking about. They don't even know how to help you, you know. And then now that I switched back to engineering, I have this other counselor, and she does not know what she's talking about. Because here's some context that I gotta give you guys before I move on and talk about the next part of what I'm gonna be talking about here. I'm going to community college right now. I'm going to community college because obviously university is so expensive. I cannot do all of my college or university. It'll actually put me in debt. Like it would be bad. So I'm doing community college. And here's the thing about community college is that before I transfer over to the university, I have to take a university transfer class from my community college, and that's the classes you take at least like either your second to last or your last semester so that you're ready to transfer. But obviously, like that's obviously my counselor. She was telling me that I should take it this semester, and I'm not even close to being done, by the way, because I'm an engineer, right? I'm not even close to done with my math, right? I'm in trigonometry right now because I took pre-calc accelerated my first semester, and I didn't pass. So the next semester I took college algebra, passed that. I didn't take any math the next semester because that's when I was doing my computer science degree. I didn't need to do any more math. And then I switched over to engineering for this semester, so now I'm back in trig, and I need to pass trig so I can get to calculus 1. Then I have to do calculus 1, 2, 3, and differential equations, and I gotta do dynamics. I gotta do thermodynamics. I gotta do my engineering classes. I gotta do the physics 1 and 2, introductory to mechanics and introduction to, like, electric electrical engineering, whatever. I don't know. Something like that. It just has to do with electronics. And then let's see, what else do I have to do? I have to hmm I think there's some other stuff, but you know what I'm saying? I gotta do some there's like a programming class for engineering that I have to take. which by the way I have to get into that in a second. But anyways, so my counselor was like, take this university transfer this semester. And I'm like, okay, I guess. And then I realized it's meant for the last semester, so I had to remove it and find another class. Because I let my counselor know too. I'm like, hey, I'm doing engineering, like I'm not even close to being done. I need to be full time because since I have FAFSA, I get like, some help, right? But I need to be full time to get this help from FAFSA. So I was like, okay, whatever, I can do that. So obviously, the teacher was telling me to take the university transfer class as a class to take so I could be full time, and well, I couldn't do that, so I had to switch over and do anthropology and Spanish. So now I'm doing anthropology and Spanish. Well, I don't need to take that university transfer class. I can't take it because I still have so many more classes to take before I transfer. So yeah, it just sucks because I have to do so much more. I'm not even close to being done with community college, and eventually, when I transfer over to the university, well, obviously that's when I gotta worry about, being on track and all that. I don't know if I'm gonna do full time. I don't know. I gotta figure that out when I get there, but I just really hate how, like, college is kind of handled, especially by, like, all these counselors. Like, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know how to help me, and they're telling me that I gotta take these classes when I don't need to take them now or yet, you know? And it just really frustrates me because it's like, well, I, like, need to take this later. And then also, like, there's a planner, right? And I have to take this, there's this engineering class that I'm supposed to take, quote unquote. But since, they changed some things around, the counselors don't tell you need to take these engineering classes that you don't need to take. Because my lab partners in my chemistry class were telling me that they have this teacher that they met that's like the head of engineering for that community college. And they're saying that that teacher was like, hey, you don't need to take this like engineering class. And it's like an intro to like Python programming class, but you don't need to take it because there's a whole other class that has like MATLAB and like I think Python as well, or maybe Type C plus. I don't know, one of the two, right? And that's the one that you need to take, not the other one, which is like the intro to programming. So I'm so glad they actually told me that, because if I didn't know that, I would have taken that engineering class and I would have not only have wasted my time, but I would have wasted my money, and that would have been so annoying. So like, I just really like it. It just blows my mind that a teacher that works there knows more than the counselors. Like even my friend, one of my friends that are going to this community college with me, they said that their counselors don't help them at all, and they honestly make things harder, and that they don't know what they're talking about. And pretty much my friend was saying that like he found it like this whole like someone else who's not even a counselor who knows things better, and he's been doing a lot better by talking to that person instead of a counselor. Like that's just mind-blowing to me that that the counselors just aren't helping. Like they don't know what they're talking about, they don't know what they're doing. And I think that really frustrates me because the reason why we're going to community college is that we're going for a cheaper option before we can go to university, so that we don't have to do all our college years at university, because obviously university is really expensive. And the thing is, like, another thing that is insane to me is that the math department at the university I'm trying to go to, apparently it's like very bad. And I'm like, that's insane to me, because like a university, like you think university they would have like the best of the best, because obviously it's a university, it's a place you gotta go and pay a lot of money for. You think that everyone would have to be good, but apparently that's not the case, and that the math department is way better at the community college that I'm going to. So like obviously, with the math department being bad over there, taking math classes at the community college is way better. And like sure, you can do this thing where you could be going to the university and then do the math classes through the community college, because the cool thing about that community college and the university that I'm going to is that they work closely together. So pretty much you could just transfer credits from that community college over to the university, and it just makes things so much easier. And also you're just saving more money by doing the classes at the community college, because community college is so much cheaper than university. Like it's not even close. Community college is beats like university on how like what their price is by a landslide. Like community college is cheaper by a lot. Like it's not even like it's insane how much cheaper the community college is now. The thing is, obviously, you cannot. It is not possible to get a bachelor's degree at a community college. So it's like So don't think about. So don't have that in mind, thinking, oh, I can just do all of my degree at a community college. No, that's not how that works. You can do at least half of your classes there. You know, you can get the associate's degree, but that's it. Like you can't really get a full-on bachelor's. You have to do the rest of the classes to get the bachelor's at the university, which is my plan. Like that's what I'm gonna be doing. But it just I don't know. It just blows my mind. These counselors are terrible, and I'm finding out that there's teachers out here that know how to do the counselors' jobs better than they can. Like that blows my mind. And it's like, man, like this is their job. Like you would think that they would know what they're doing and that they're supposed to know what they're doing so that they can actually help students out, but I guess not. Like it's insane. It makes you wonder like how'd they even get the job in the first place? Like it just makes no sense to me. So, yeah, just very frustrated about it because it's like, man, like I don't like here's the thing. I haven't wasted my time necessarily because yes, I took classes for my arts degree that don't matter, but like at the same time they kind of do because my community college has their own completion requirements. So like I already got certain completion requirements done for obviously like being done with the community college. And that a lot of the classes I took when I was doing the arts degree of computer science, those all those count as like elective credits in like general ed. So, not too bad, honestly. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. I just really wanted to rant about counselors and just college because my god, I hate that these people are the ones that are supposed to be helping the students and they're not helping the students. Like it's just insane because college is not cheap at all, guys. Like it's ridiculous. So you end up just having to do things by yourself. I don't know, it's just absolutely ridiculous to me, but I just really wanted to make a video ranting about it. So anyways, yeah, that's gonna be for this video though, you guys. If you guys have made this far into the video, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you all for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, guys.